All right, and then also on streaming, I didn't get to see this, but did you get a chance to watch Fit for TV, the reality of The Biggest Loser on Netflix?
Yes, I did. And for somebody that I was pretty aware of the show and the problematic nature of Biggest Loser, so none of it was really that surprising to me. But if you aren't as aware, then you might be more surprised in that sort of.
There's a lot that doesn't make it on the air of the TV show.
Oh
is
yeah,
what you're saying.
and just. I really dislike the show. I have a lot of feelings about it, and I shared on my social media an article I wrote way back in 2011 about the show, and because watching this documentary, I think the big miss is they didn't get Jillian Michaels. Like, how do you got to have Jillian Michaels on?
Oh, she wasn't in this documentary?
No. And
I will
so,
say this about Netflix's documentaries. They're interesting. They do show you things that maybe you didn't expect to see, or they take a topic that you thought you were familiar with and give you a little bit more. But the one thing that they've been missing is sometimes they're missing the key person in the story that they're talking about. And so you're building a documentary around everything but one of the key people involved.
Yep.
Sometimes
so that was
works.
a big problem for me.
I thought the Arnold documentary on Netflix was interesting because of who didn't want to participate. In that case, it was his ex-wife, Maria Shriver, and their kids. And I thought that actually enhanced the documentary, saying, like, look, they didn't want to participate in this thing that's, you're kind of glorifying yourself, and that gave you an insight into what their relationship was.
Well, and that makes more sense, too, because you're diving into their personal life, whereas this is strictly her job, what she did. You're not diving into like her personal love life or anything like that. You're just talking about how she treated people. And so the fact that they couldn't get her, I think, was a knock on the documentary.
But then some of the train wrecks where they're missing a key person in it, where you feel like it would have made it better,
agreed.
And you're not sure why they didn't want to participate. There was one of them where the train wreck where the person who was really the bad person in all of it didn't want to participate. That, to me, some kind of helped it, like, hey, you're a chicken, and I kind of see why you don't want to participate in this. But so Netflix documentaries usually have something good or something interesting in it.
It's hard because I really hated the show, and so watching this documentary was somewhat triggering for me. And so, but I can't say that it's not, like, it's fine, but it kind of also ticked me off because I hated the show.